is she talking to now? What is she up to next? Where in the world?
Hi, my name is Colleen Quinn, and you are watching Talk to SV.
I am Sandra Varner of TalkToSV.com, sitting here with the incredible Yvonne Detert of Hotel Diva in San Francisco. Hello, Yvonne, and thank you.
Hello, and welcome to San Francisco, and welcome to Hotel Diva.
This is a spectacular property. I understand that you hold the title of being pioneer in the hotel or the boutique hotel industry. Tell me more.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I hold it proudly. I started the boutique hotel industry in San Francisco 30 years ago. I opened my first boutique hotel, the Hotel Union Square on the Powell Street cable car line. And quickly thereafter, opportunities kept coming, and the second property was the Kensington Park, and the third was here we are at Hotel Diva. But I wanted to surprise San Francisco and shake them up a bit and welcome them to something new, and that's how the creation of Hotel Diva took place.
I admire the courage and certainly your visionary effort that has now developed into a brand that is recognized and celebrated. Did you see yourself becoming who you have become?
Oh, it was a passion of mine. I love design, I love fashion. I fell in love with the hotel industry, and I didn't think it would bloom as it has, but I love it. And I was saying to you earlier, not one day has ever been the same in 30 years in the hotel industry. And the famous Eloise from the Plaza Hotel, she lives on in all the hotels that are around the world. But I love it because you get to meet so many different people. There's so much different opportunity in operating hotels. So many doors to open, not to mention the guest room doors.
When you talk about your love of fashion, that's what brings us here today to have this conversation. The 9th annual Fashion on the Square event honoring designer Colleen Quinn, and we're sitting in the Lee-Quen Lounge that you commissioned her to do. Please tell us about that partnership.
Yes, Colleen. The partnership was in 2006. I wanted to bring some element of fashion into the Hotel Diva. Besides the rooms being so trendy and fashionable, I wanted something to take place in our lounge, which is double ceiling. You may hear my voice echo, I don't know. So I had read about this woman who was designing beautiful dresses for the San Francisco Opera, for the Symphony. She was a graduate of FITM, and I loved to give back to San Francisco. So being a graduate of the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising right here on Stockton Street, not to mention my daughter goes there now, I wanted to give back to San Francisco. So we had a meeting, and her husband is an architect. So it all was a perfect match. And then when Colleen created the beautiful chandelier of a woman's dress and the name Diva, I mean, it was a perfect fit. And with that, it's been going on, and this lounge in particular gets more write-ups than all of the others in the property.
Like fashion, creative design and unique personalities sort of share similarities, and that is so evident in you and your own design statement. How do you describe Yvonne Detert?
How do I describe me? I'm a palette of a lot of colors, high energy. I use my sleep time for creative time because I get about 4 hours of sleep. I love the touch and feel of magazines. I love the internet, but I love flipping the pages and looking at different things, different colors, different patterns. And I love meeting people in design and fashion, because I think that those two elements are what life is all about. It introduces you. You could take fashion and you could put it into holistic living. You can take design and you can make your life new and interesting again by just moving things around or redesigning. So that's the fun of connecting those dots with the hotel industry, because I have so many rooms, I have so many people visit and frequent and enjoy and touch and feel. It just blends together. And I think also, in describing myself, another description would be, I like to have fun doing it, because if you're not having fun, it's not going to show.
You've opened up so many opportunities to ask you things that time will not permit, but let me try. In our lives, we're busy people. When we travel, we want to have some of the same comforts that we enjoy at home. When a person comes to your property, what do they instantly feel when they check into the hotel?
I think they feel really positive energy. My office here is at the Diva, and the staff and my team knows that I'm going to walk through every day, and it isn't like changing of the guards. I think they know that I treat them respectfully, because I want that to show, so that they do the same to our guests. If I see something that's not right, I'll make sure that I never talk down to them. I talk to them and with them, and I try to be a manager by example. And I think that it's important in the hospitality industry that your guests feel that when they go into our rooms. And I have these fun comment cards that are these little stick figures, and our guests love to decorate them. I have a collection of them saved and also hanging in the hallway to my office, but some of the guests decorate it with their makeup. Some people travel, I guess, with colored pens and enjoy doing that. But what it shows me, and what they say over and over and over again, is how comfortable our beds are. And to me, I know that's such an obvious, but to get 80% of the comments saying that, that's what they're touching. That's where they're laying their heads down. That's where they're feeling, and that's where they're going to wake up refreshed. So it makes me feel so good to keep seeing that comment over and over and over again. And of course, there's the beautiful furniture and the beautiful elements, and fashion plays into it. But having a comfortable bed and sleeping well is everything.
It certainly is. After a hard day's work, you want to lie down and you want to wake up feeling great.
Yes.
We can't say enough about the location of this property. You're in the heart of San Francisco Theater District, down the street from Union Square, a shopping mecca. How is it that your good fortune allowed you to be here?
Well, I'm a native of San Francisco, born and raised. I graduated from SF State, took hotel classes at City College. So I have a love for San Francisco. I love the climate. I love the attractions. I love the tourism that's here. I love the variety. I mean, you could go from Union Square, where the big shops are, to Fillmore Street, to Hayes Street, Hayes Valley, Noe Valley, the Haights. And you could do it all within about 10 to 15 minutes. By foot, some. By public transportation, of course. By bicycle, if you're going to venture out doing that. Zip cars, everything. I mean, this is a city that is a metropolitan city, but it feels small. It does. And I enjoy it. All of our properties mainly are here on Union Square. As I said earlier, if you want to be on the cable car line, if you want to be right 20 steps from Union Square is the Kensington Park, right here in the theater, dining. I'm very lucky. We have a property up right below Nob Hill, the Steinhardt, which is gorgeous and filled with history. So I think San Francisco real estate, the location, it offers so much.
When I hear you talk about your portfolio, it sounds like a fashion show.
Well,
So much diversity, design, so much beauty, and it makes sense that you would be a part of this year's Fashion on the Square. What is your comment about this event, now approaching a decade? This is the 9th year.
I can't believe it's been 9 years. I think it's wonderful. It's It's hosted at the Intercontinental all the time consecutively. I think that's very smart. I know it's one of my competitors on a big scale, but that's okay because we are San Francisco and we have a lot of hotels. It's well done. It really informs people about new design. It supports a wonderful nonprofit. And it really gets a great collection and a melting pot of all kinds of people. And I think that the name itself, Fashion on the Square, you know, it just makes you want to be there. And I'm looking forward to being there in August.
Well, we thank you for being here with us just to share a snapshot of your wonderful world of boutique hospitality hotels. Thank you, Yvonne.
Oh, well, thank you, and it's always a pleasure.